Hi everyone, my name is Jay with Jitterbug. Jitterbug is a new transportation option that picks you up directly at home, you go to sleep, and then you wake up directly at your final destination. Today I want to talk to you a little bit more about first customers in a startup. When I was at Carnegie Mellon University, my professors talked a lot about first customers, and it isn't until I've been building my own business that I really understand what they meant. So first customers are really amazing. They've listened to your way out there vision, evaluated your marketing materials, and ultimately concluded that they want it. In fact, they want it so badly that almost nothing will stop them. To prove this point, I have two specific stories from Jitterbug. For my first story, this customer wanted our product so badly that he left us probably 2 to 3 voicemails before we could get back to him. And once we did get back to him, we had to inform him that we had some conflicts and so we potentially couldn't take his trip. But he wasn't deterred. He listened to what we could do. He then came up with a creative solution where he utilized us for a one-way trip down to Orlando. And then he booked a one-way rental car to drive his family back home. I mean, we were just floored. We never in our wildest dreams pictured a customer wanting our product so badly that he would string together 2 totally different transportation modes just to use us for part of his vacation. And I'm happy to report, because I was on that trip, that it was worth it for his family. Because as his 2 little kids stepped off of the Jitterbug coach, you could just see that their eyes were so bright and their mouths were so wide that it was all worth it. They had such a good trip, and all of the effort that their father put into it made it a worthwhile experience. So for my second story, we tend to arrange pickup times in the Charlotte area to get the families at their homes. And we get there a little bit early, anywhere between a half an hour to an hour early, just so that there's a little bit of buffer. So we pulled up to this house and we looked over to the right at where the porch was. And there was already a crowd there. There were 3 little kids, mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, and I believe a couple of neighbors. So again, keep in mind, we're not late. We're probably an hour early. So this family is so eager, so anticipating their trip that their bags are packed and they're out there on the porch an entire hour early just waiting for us to arrive. I mean, it was phenomenal. And in fact, as we pulled up, it almost felt like one of those red carpet scenes from the movies where there's so much energy from the crowd in the air that there's just this sound. And so it's just a phenomenal experience that until you've experienced it, you don't understand what you're missing out on. So why I wanted to share these 2 stories are to give a couple of words of encouragement to anyone out there who's working on their own startup, that it's not until your product or service is in the hands of your customers do you really get to see how much it means to them. Do you get to see the joy, the happiness, the way that they experience it. And it's literally the energy that those first customers give off that is the fuel that helps to push you through those roadblocks so that you can get to the next step in your startup. So for any of you out there that are working on your own startup, I encourage you to get your product or service into the hands of those first customers as quickly as possible. And for all of our first customers here at Jitterbug, I just want to give you a big thank you. It has been a fantastic journey, and we are looking forward to delivering the next version of Jitterbug to you. And for everyone else, thanks for listening. These were just a couple of tips from the Jitterbug team.